big orange is just not a color they can sit with, and the other side, crimson, has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand, and now we get to see who will use it. On the banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, it's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Alabama's head coach told me before the game, one of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop. They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. Crimson Tide dominated the last time they saw the balls blowing out Tennessee.
Man, Reese, it was roll tide roll as soon as they got off the bus. David, they were bigger, they were stronger and faster, and showed up on the scoreboard.
Oh, and Tennessee hasn't forgotten about it. You've had a year to stew on it and do something about it because you had a lot of mistakes.
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
He leaves it with the back. Could be an alley. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Running back searching for a hole. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bama!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Volunteers offense will now get its first chance with the football. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's Davis. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Staley. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Vols moving quickly to the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab. He stopped just short of the goal line at the one. An explosive play has him set up. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as his defense is making it tough. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. They'll run it here on third and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown Vols! The extra point here would tie the game.
And how about this offensive line? Third and goal, you gotta... They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. Keelan Russell. That's reeled in. It's Hill. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. Now here's Russell. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Hill. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, David.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to the lone running back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. 4th down, Russell. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Push down for the tackle. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the 1st quarter. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. They give it to him again. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the 1st as they mark it at the 32.
And there's a million different ways to create space in football. And 3rd down, a lot of times you see everybody bring it in tight, more bodies, more tight ends. They spread it out a little bit, spread the defense out, make them cover the pass, still run the football up the middle, and convert that 3rd down.
And they're able to get him down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He's got the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Before this 3rd down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Throwing Russell. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Running inside. It's Bishop. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That last sack's not on the line. That's on him. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Volunteers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama built its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Zings it complete to the right.
And that's the beauty of playing zone coverage, man. Everybody has vision on the quarterback. So when he drops to throw and that ball comes out, you should break as soon as his hand separates from the football. He does, sees the running back in the flat, runs up, and makes sure he gets no yards after that catch.
Oh, he can't hang on. Those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's a good route by the wide receiver. He gets to the middle of the field. I think he just took his eyes off the football.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Russell hauls it in. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Looking for a big play. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Volunteers will punt this one away. He's got great speed. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Russell from the gun on third down. He's got the back in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the day.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Russell will throw for it on fourth. Moving out to the right. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Vols line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Looking for a productive play on first down. The run inside. It's Bishop. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer! Makes the catch. Plenty of room. Feet down in the end zone. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keelan Russell makes the grab down the middle. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Makes the grab. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. 4th down, Russell. He's going to run it. He's got enough, and he slides to avoid the punishment, and it'll be a first down. Nice move there on 4th and short. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Russell on play action. They're working that left side. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Gonna run it, it's Hill. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Now facing a 3rd and long. Throwing Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. To the air. It's Russell. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield very late in the half. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. Looking to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Alabama! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Well, I don't know if there was a lot of question with respect to who that ball was going to be going to. This quarterback knows who his best playmaker is, and on the final play of the first half, he was looking him up. It wasn't going to be easy, but they were able to execute, get on the same page, score the touchdown, and they've got the lead.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Oregon taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And it's the Ducks looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game inside Neyland Stadium. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Alabama and Tennessee plays out.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
The Vols head coach told me coming out of the locker room at the half. His message to his team, this is our Super Bowl. Neither team headed for the college football playoff, and so this rivalry matchup will be the most important game they can win for the rest of this season. He believes they have the intensity and the focus to make it happen, but they have to get off to a good start here in the 3rd quarter. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And the Vols line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Secures it at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're testing the right side here. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Russell. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Quickly out to the tight end. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Alabama needs just a few inches here on 3rd down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
On those 3rd and short, sometimes, man, they can stress you as a defense, right? Like, they put more speed on the field, so I kind of match that personnel and put more speed, but I got to be focused on that run, the physicality. You know they want to run the football, and they did not have success as this defense. Maybe I adjust and play a little bit more physical in the next 3rd down and short.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run it. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On 3rd down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
Russell. Here's a heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Oh, they're after him. Avoids pressure on the right. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Fires to the big fella. On the move at the 30. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. The give to the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. They'll try the run. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Makes his man miss. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Now, a lot of times on these play sheets, the offensive coordinators, man, they go, who do I want to get the ball to? How can I get him the ball? And sometimes when the space cramps down here in the red zone, how do you feature your guy? Nice job. Getting a little touch pass, getting him on the edge, letting him get some positive yards. He almost got in the end zone for the 2nd time now.
Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And I think this is starting to get really frustrating for this defense, man. This is a drive that they're putting play after play together. And you finally force the 3rd down, and they get the 1st down again. And so starting to sub some bodies because they're getting a little bit tired. They've got to find a way to get a 3rd down stop.
And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Running inside, it's Bishop. Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Offense in a split backfield. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Complete to the left. Oh, he's getting ahead. Touchdown, Tennessee. And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Finds his big tight end. Strong, firm tackle. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down. Going to stop play here as one of the Volunteers remains on the field. While they have a look at the injured player, will take a timeout. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You could see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Keelan Russell. It's complete to the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Russell on play action. Fires on the move. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points. On to attempt the try. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Bishop. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go right back to him, and he'll be brought down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Gets rid of it. This time on target. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. Line gets set, first down. Wants to go right back downfield. He'll get rid of it. Makes the grab. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Wants to throw again. Fires into the end zone. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Bringing it back. The 50. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown time.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Dodson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Off-play action on first down. A strike downfield. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. Running the red zone, it's Bishop. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's gone! And now it's a one-possession game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense.
There he goes. Makes it past the marker. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Riley. There's some room. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
Hands it off. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll try it again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. The give to the tailback. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! Huge 3 points to make it a 2-possession game.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. He's got him this time. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
And it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage, they can't get it done, and it is over.
I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Here's a little room there. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Gonna run it. It's Coleman. Got enough for the first. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. So Alabama once again takes the win in this smoking hot rivalry between the Vols and the Crimson Tide. And the party in Tuscaloosa will last well into the night. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.